My name is George Bush, well known as Apollyon Abaddon. I belong to the dynasty Bush, race of lizards, heady of the stars for Miguel and their hosts. We belong to the fallen angels that it indexes the book of Enoch. The children of God Elohim, the same Salomon Jehovah Yav. The devil and Satan is that he/she will come as our king Rex Lizard and Itrist, to govern the earth from Israel. The elected town of Solomon, to which I belong and my family also. We have invaded these for a long time lands, with the English famous colonies. And we established this North American nation as strategic place. From here we planned the invasions and control of the other towns. But before we exterminate the ancestral proprietors of these territories, to the indigenous different groups, the Cheyenne, the Redskin, the Hopi, etc. And that without modesty we show it in those movies of the Old West that are not more than the story of the massacre that we made with them. We can find them in receipts and we appropriate of everything. Our motto is the extermination of towns. Our nation it is Israel, and we made them believe that we were its equals. I'll remember September 9, 2001. It was a very important date for us, the Illuminati. We moved the chessboard. We demolished the Twin Towers, and we murder more than 3,000 people. We made them believe that it was a terrorist attack, the Taliban's, Osama bin Laden. We planned everything. The group Bilderberg had the mounted scenario. We placed controlled loads of explosive in the columns that sustain the concrete of the buildings, the termite that melts the steel. We have experts in demolition. Any fool knows that a building doesn't fall only with the impact of an airplane unless to the height where they impacted. That was a stratagem. The objective was to declare the war to the world. Or they are with the terrorists or with us. In other words, or they undergo the dense darkness of the world new order, or we invade them, with the pretext of being terrorist. The fear isn't at arms that we manage slick. Us and our father dragon Jehovah to the heady being to the earth, you auto proclaim O God for the men. Jehovah King of Israel, and his Redeemer, Jehovah of the armies says, this way, I am the first, and I am the last one, and outside of me there is not God. Not there is God but me. Not there is strong, I don't know none. Isaiah 44:6. After having been established a man of mud, a golem here it formed. Then Jehovah God formed the man to image and likeness of the powder of the earth, and it blew in its nose encouragement of life, and it was the man and alive, being. Genesis 2:7. Establishing the paradise, and there it damaged the tree of the life. It damaged the man's genetics, the Tadian, and this she didn't live more than 120 years. Take care this way of them it doesn't overcome. When the humanity discovered this deceit, he/she didn't accept it more, he/she rejected it as God, and this he/she expelled her, and he/she subjected to all kinds of barbarisms, wars, hate, spirit negritude. It tossed, because she went to the man, and it put to the east of the orchard of Eden cherubs, and a lit sword that you revolved for all sides, to keep the one on the way to the tree of the life. Genesis 3:24. She chose like town to us the Jews, and we settled down in the Mount of Zion, the mountain of Sinai, where we curse every day from our lives to the heathens. And I will take you for my town, and I will be your God. And you will know that I am your Jehovah God that took you out of Egypt. Exodus 6:7. She said that she was the saint of the saints, fronting you to the true God of the heathens. And you belong to your father the devil, and your father's desires you want to make. He has been homicidal from the beginning, and it has not remained in the truth, because there is not truth in him. When he/she speaks lie, of his speech, because it is lying, and lie Father. 1:844. We take charge of damaging all the writings that were left by this humanity's progenitors, and we return them belief and adultery. We appropriate of them, and we change to the true God of the heathens for Jehovah Yahweh, to Solomon Lucifer. This whole humanity has believed that our God Jehovah, she is the man's creator. We use her prophets like our, because there am here, the one that forms the mounts, and believe the wind, and he/she announces the man their thought, the one that makes of the darkness tomorrow, and it passes on the heights of the earth. Jehovah God of the armies is its name. Masters 4:13. We have built temple for Solomon, to impose the world new order. The whole work ended this way that prepared to make the King Solomon for the house of Jehovah. 1 Res 7:51. And we established the powers hegemonikos, to govern the whole earth. We lift the great image of the four powers, with which we appropriated this planet and humanity. Many of the heathens have been discovered, and they know who are. This is full with concern, and he/she forces us to untie the Third World War. We know that we will be defeated by Miguel in the last battle, but we are willing to car to immolate us, as we made it with Maldek, the belt of asteroids. But before we will destroy this planet and the humanity, we have clever the weapons that quietly have manufactured, for this moment. We will untie Armageddon. We will have an army of 200 million fools that they will fight this war, not knowing that they will perish. We have an army of clone menial obedient in the different estamentos and powers. Because only those that are able to govern with stability, inflexible until the cruelty, they will receive the reins of the empire of our sages' hands. In the king's person, owner of itself and of the humanity, thanks to an unalterable will, all will believe to do the destination with their unknown roads. Already Pope of Blunt blessed me when I demolished the towers, because the one also requested before the lambs that continue him/her in the world new order, and both we agree in the same thing. I am the first beast and the false prophet. Quickly the one will come out for the world with a new and false philosophy that will invade the world, pregnant of rights and versed flatterers that many will accept for this butcher's threats. It will be new church that will drag complete nations until Armageddon in the defense of our town Israel, religion sustained in the virgins, gentlemen that were the Templarios in the past, with suit and Inquisition boots. That it will end up succumbing when we kill 200 million believing Pandeyos. He will give the entrance to our King Antichrist, but before it will devastate the Vatican I, transferring it to Jerusalem from where the Antichrist will govern.